The president had a lot of harsh words for you today. He wrote you a letter that was strange in the way that everything he writes is strange. Why was he so angry at you? What was this about?
Well, let me give you a little background. I have heard for the last few weeks throughout New York and throughout America the desperate shortage of the kinds of things our frontline workers need, whether it be masks or ventilators or PPE or anything else. And so about 2 weeks ago, I called the president and said, why don't you invoke the Defense Production Act? That's an act on the books from the Truman administration, and it says that the military can commandeer both manufacturing and distribution when there's a national emergency or a war. The president said he'd do it, and then 3 hours later he said no. And now he hasn't done it, and we sort of have this patchwork where governors and mayors, my governor, my mayor, they're doing good jobs, but they're going around looking for ventilators, looking for masks. It's uncoordinated, and it's a patchwork. So this morning I sent the president a letter and said, why don't you invoke the Defense Production Act and put in place a military person, somebody who knows command and control, someone who knows logistics, someone who knows quartermastering, to not only commandeer factories and supply chains to make the stuff that we need, desperately need, but also to distribute it in the places that are most needed, so not the 50 governors will be hunting and pecking. And then I spoke to the president late this afternoon and explained it, and the result is this letter. And so I'm just appalled. You know, I'd say to the president, just stop the pettiness. People are dying. And so, President Trump, we need leadership. We need to get the job done. Stop the pettiness. Let's get it done. Let's roll up our sleeves. Yeah. I sent the letter with the best of intentions, trying to improve a very bad situation that Dr. Jha was talking about a few minutes ago.
You know, it's come up a lot in our reporting and people I've been talking to both on the show and elsewhere about how haywire and insane this market has gotten. There's all these sketchy middlemen. There's deliveries that state governors think they're going to get that then don't show up. They get rerouted at the last second because someone outbids them. So what you're saying is not only just the Defense Production Act, there should be some kind of essentially unified acquisition process for the whole of the country that is getting this material and distributing it in such a way so that you don't have this weird bidding war that's happened.
Exactly. And it's a mystery to me why the president doesn't invoke this. It's desperately needed. Most experts agree that it's needed, and lives are at stake. We have in New York, we have these nurses and doctors and healthcare workers risking their lives without the proper equipment. And this is going to happen in other parts of the country, too. So you need this kind of command and control for not only manufacturing, but for distribution. So it goes to the places that it's most needed.